Hey, Tate Meagher here with the Meagher Law Office, Kentucky personal injury attorney. I'm here today to talk about the number one question I get from my clients that have been injured in a motorcycle accident. And that is, how much is my motorcycle accident claim worth? Well, first thing you gotta look at is Kentucky is called a no-fault state. You may have heard this phrase before, but what that means is under Kentucky law, insurance companies that write insurance in Kentucky are required to provide no-fault insurance. And virtually every single car, close to 100%, probably not exactly 100%, there's probably some people out there that have rejected this type of coverage, but close to 100% of people that own a car and have insurance on it have what is called no-fault coverage. This is also called PIP coverage, personal injury protection benefits. And what that means is that your insurance company, through this coverage, will pay for the first up to $10,000 will be the likely number of your medical bills, and you can actually use that for some lost wages as well. Now, cars typically have this insurance coverage on the cars, but motorcyclists, per Kentucky law, don't have to have it on their motorcycle. And the fact that they don't have it, they're typically penalized for this, unfortunately, which creates a $10,000 offset on their case, even though they don't have this type of coverage. What that means is, say for instance, you get a $50,000 recovery on a case, you're only going to get back $40,000 if the case settles for $50,000. So there's a $10,000 offset on your case just for the fact that you were driving a motorcycle that didn't have no-fault PIP coverage on it. So motorcyclists are kind of penalized under Kentucky law, unfortunately, because of that. But well, after that, the next thing you want to look at is how much insurance coverage is available to you. You know, how much insurance coverage does the other driver have? Maybe there's even some other insurance coverage out there that's not available to you. This needs to be investigated. I would highly recommend you get an attorney to investigate this for you to determine how much insurance coverage is available for you if you've been involved in a motorcycle accident. After that, you got to look at, what type of damages did you sustain as a result of your injuries in the motorcycle accident. The most common types of damages that are recoverable are medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering. Now, what we typically do with pain and suffering is we look at historical data, in the local jurisdiction where your case could be filed, look at similar cases that have maybe gone to a jury trial or have settled in your local jurisdiction, for people that had similar claims with similar injuries. We compare it to your case, that data, to try to come up with a range of what your case might be worth, the pain and suffering damages. So after that, we got to look at percentage of fault. Were you, as the motorcyclist, at fault at all for the accident? Kentucky was what is called a comparative negligence state. This means that you can still recover your damages even if you are at fault for the accident, but if you're determined to be by, say, a jury to be at least a portion of fault for the accident, your claim is diminished, the damages are, by the percentage at fault that you are determined to be. So for instance, if you're in a motorcycle accident and you're determined to be 25% at fault for the accident by a jury, your claim's going to be diminished by 25% of the amount of your damages. Say the other driver involved is determined to be 75%, the rest of the 75%. You get to recover the rest of that 75% of your damages from the other driver's insurance company, but you're out that 25% that you were determined to be at fault. Lastly, you got to look at the nature and extent of your damages. So for instance, if you sustain very significant injuries with, that are going to be to the point where you're going to be in a wheelchair, say, for the rest of your life, that type of claim is obviously going to be worth more than say a person's claim where they just suffered neck and soft tissue, neck and back soft tissue injuries. Not to say that those types of claims don't have value, they absolutely do, and I would encourage you to reach out to an attorney if you've sustained neck and back soft tissue damages in a motorcycle accident. But they're not going to have the type of value that of a claim where someone's going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of their life as a result of their injuries. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video to be helpful. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Call Tate, and I also encourage you to watch other videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you.